Yo, 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 yo. What up, fam? So the Harman Elder Miles
You never let me say my own name.
and the Spirit.
You remembered him today, though.
And, well, you know, today's interesting. Today is P-Day, obviously. But there's some things going on. So transfer calls were this weekend. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Leave you on a little cliffhanger there. So on Monday last week, it was P-Day, and we did our shopping and things, and then we went to the park and played some soccer. One of the parks here in Yakima, and played some soccer. That was fun. And then in that night, our branch had a family home evening activity. And our branch president was supposed to have the lesson, but he was just like, "Oh, like you guys got it," and just like gave it to us. And so we were like, "Well, okay." So we actually did. It was pretty cool. We did, what you looking for?
Bible.
Oh.
A Bible.
We need no more Bible. Anyway, so we, what was I saying?
Branch activity.
Oh, yeah. So the family home evening, we did a thing where we, like, taught the branch how to do contacts, how to, like, basically how to like do a contact knocking on a door, and how to like just talk to people on the street, just like people in the store, just random people, just sharing the gospel with them. We taught them like how to do that. We did some role plays like up in the front with a couple of return missionaries that live here in the branch that just got back a few months ago, and we just showed them like how to do it, talked about it, and then we all split up in groups of 3 and practiced it. Had someone be the member, or 2 people be the members, and then someone be like their friend or whatever. And like we had them practice different situations like on the street, knocking, things like that. And they were like, everyone like loved it. Everyone was like super pumped, just like loved it, just going hard, like talking in the role plays. Like it was so fun. They just like ate it up, and we did that in preparation for the activity that we had on Saturday, which I will get to later. And that was Monday, and then Tuesday.
A lot of track.
Tuesday we just tracted, as usual. Just tracted, trying to find some cool people who actually care to listen to us. So. Yeah, that's what we did on Tuesday, I think, unless there's nothing else.
I don't have anything else written down.
Okay, cool. Then on Wednesday... What happened on Wednesday? Oh, we had exchanges with Elder Nigerian and Elder Bound, the Sela Natchez elders, and that was good. Elder Bound, he's been out 3 transfers now. He just finished his 3rd transfer. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because he had just got done training, and then Elder Alsop got him. Yeah. So, yeah, he's pretty cool, though. He's from California, plays soccer. He's a pretty cool guy. But we had exchanges on Wednesday. He came to our area with me, and we did some tracting. We found a super cool lady named Magali. Yeah, she's like awesome, and we like taught her the restoration. She loved it and was like, "Man, this is so cool." Like we like had her pray at the end, and we asked her how she felt, and she's like, "I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel really, really good. I've never felt this way before. I really like it." And we were like, "That's like awesome. That's awesome." And she's like, "Yeah, she like basically told us she wants to learn. Wants to learn more, and she's like, I want to pass this on to like my daughter, and like I want my husband to hear about this and stuff like that. So we were super pumped, and she was Mexican, so I figured she'd want to go to church in Spanish, but we asked her if she would prefer English or Spanish going to church, and she said English. So of course, like, we find a cool person, and she wants to go to church in English. So that sucked. But yeah, then after that we had dinner, and then what did we do after dinner?
Daniel.
Oh, that was later though. What did we do before that?
I don't know. You were the one here.
Uno momento. Voy a buscar. Oh. Went by a guy named Valentin, a referral from the English elders. And he was pretty cool. He was pretty interested, but he's like, none of my family wants to change churches. I've already talked to him about it, and I don't want to change unless they change too. Like, we're going to do it together. And so, yeah, that was kind of disappointing. Then we went by one of our investigators, but they're out of town. And then we had a lesson with Danielle and Lucia. They're still doing super, super good. So their son, Diego, he's pretty, like, crazy, like, out of control most of the time. But we gave him a children's Book of Mormon with, like, pictures and stuff, and it's, like, super easy to understand. Like, he likes it, and I guess he's been reading in it. And so when we first got there, we were sitting on the couch, and I was like asking him like what he's read and stuff, like what he liked about it, and he's like telling us all the stuff he read. And then while he was doing that, Danielle like leaned over to Lucia, and he was like, "Look how calm he is! Like while he is reading that, like he's completely different when he's reading it." So that was cool to see that they like recognize even like the change in their son. Like, he's crazy, but like it's kind of true. Like whenever he's like looking at his Book of Mormon, he like calms down. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. It was cool that they recognized it. And then later in the lesson, we were trying to get him to like read, Danielle to read, and Lucia to read in the Book of Mormon on a consistent basis. And so we just started with the introduction the other night and just read it, broke it down super simply for him to help him understand it. And Danielle was asking all kinds of questions, like connecting it to the Bible and things like that, like asking who the Gentiles are, like King Zedekiah, all those things. And then he had halfway through he had a question about the Gentiles, and we answered it, and then we were like, do you have any other questions like right now before we move on? And he's like, well, I have a few, but I'll just ask him at the end. I'm like, no, it's okay, just ask him. He's like, no, it's okay, like we'll just wait until we're done with this part. And we're like, okay. So we like read through it, and then at the end we were like, so what were your questions that you had? And he's like, oh, well, they all got answered when we finished reading that, so I don't have any more questions anymore. And then Lucia, his girlfriend, was like, oh, like that's why it's so important to read this, because any questions we have, it answers it. And we were just like, yeah, yeah, there you go. Finally it clicked. So that was cool. It was a really good lesson, and Danielle was like, whoa, okay, cool. So hopefully they'll start reading more consistently now that, as we keep working with them on it, and then now that they kind of get for themselves like why they need to read it. But yeah, and then after that that was the end of the night, so we went home. And then on Thursday, what did I do on Thursday? do Harman Center on Thursday?
I don't think so. Let me check. The Contreras, 8 with the Dominguez.
Isn't that the day we did the Harman Center though?
We did the Harman Center on Tuesday, I think.
I don't think so. I don't know, but we went to Salvation Army on Thursday. Oh yeah, on Tuesday we did service at the Harman Center again. Just helped out, like serving lunch and stuff. That was fun. And then so on Thursday we did service at Salvation Army. And then just really that was it. Some tracting. Went by a few people. Do we have any lessons like that should be that I need? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So we went by the Contreras on Thursday because we weren't gonna be able to on Friday, and we talked to them. We were just like talking, and Oscar, the dad, he was like telling us a story about what happened at work the other day. That day, actually, he said that there's a guy at his work who he like talks to sometimes, but he doesn't really know him very well and stuff like that. And after the family home meeting thing, he was like, "Oh, like I want to practice, like doing that." And so he was at work, and this guy like they like passed by each other or something, or they were in the bathroom at the same time. I don't know, something like that. And he was like, "I'm gonna practice that." And so he just like started talking to him, and ended up inviting him to church. And then turns out that this guy that he talks to the day before had a lesson with the sisters that are in our branch as well, the sister missionaries. They have been teaching his wife and daughter. His wife and daughter are on date. Well, they were on date for baptism. And then the day before that was the first lesson that he had met them. And he was like, "Oh, no way, like yeah, like these missionaries have been coming by my house, I guess, teaching my wife and my daughter." So yeah, so that was kind of crazy how it just happened to be the guy that just talked to missionaries the day before. So that was cool. And Oscar was like super pumped to be able to like practice what we practiced to do what we practiced in the family home evening. So that was kind of crazy. And then I think that's it for Thursday that's really worth talking about. Friday was weekly planning day. That always sucks. Is that when we went? Okay. So our branch president and his wife took us out to dinner at a Mexican restaurant in Yakima. And they were like, we sat down, they're like, "Elders, like, get whatever you want. Don't look at the price, just look at the name and what it is, and like just if you want it, get it. Don't even worry about it." And then the branch president was like, "I know how you are. You're gonna go for like the cheapest thing on the menu. Just get whatever you want." And we were like, "No, like, are you sure?" He's like, "Just do it." And so we were like, "Okay." I was like, "What is your favorite thing here?" And he like is showing us, and then
His favorite thing was like a $25 platter.
yeah, he's like, "Yeah, this one's my favorite." I look at the price; it's like $26. I was like, yeah. What's your next favorite?" And he showed me this one. It was like, okay, it was like shrimp that came with beans and rice and some vegetables and stuff. But the shrimp were like jumbo shrimp wrapped in bacon. And like, I mean, that sounds like super bad for you. And yeah, but like I figured this is the one time that I'm probably going to get a chance to eat shrimp wrapped in bacon. Like probably ever, honestly. I don't know if I'll ever like want to spend that much money again. It was only like $14.
15.
So it wasn't too bad. But I got shrimp wrapped in bacon, which was, I didn't know Mexicans used like bacon. Like that's the first time that I've really heard of them using bacon. But they did, and it was bomb. So yeah, that was like the only cool thing worth talking about on Friday. I could feel my heart working harder after that one, honestly. I could.
Process all that grease.
Yeah, just like my heart was like.
They were like smothered in cheese too.
Yeah, they had like cheese on them, and I was like, dang, like this is so bad. But it was good, just a one-time thing. We chilling. Then so Saturday was a good day. We went out, we did some tracting, and while we were tracting, we got a phone call from President Lewis that told us that that I, Elder Harman, it's okay, Elder Milesy, you're gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh. But he told us, so me, Elder Harman, I am being transferred to Moses Lake, being doubled in, which means, I don't know, if you don't understand what that is, that just means there's no missionaries in that. Like, there's sisters there right now. They're taking them both out and putting me and my new companion in there. So I'm being doubled into an area in Moses Lake, training a new missionary from the MTC. And so that means I have to leave Yakima. That means I have to leave Elder Miles.
No.
That also means I have to leave the Terrace Heights branch. And I have to leave Elder Buchanan. Elder Buchanan is in the zone here, and I have to leave. That's heartbreaking. Those 4 things.
I saw your heart snap.
Those 4 things just like wrecked me. Anyway, but I'm excited. I'm sad to leave, but it'll be fun. Elder Miles is staying here, also going to be training a new missionary, and he was called as a district leader. And yeah, so the areas here in our branch is getting 2 more missionaries. They're going to take part of our area and part of the sisters' area, make another area. The sisters are going to go in that new one, and then there's going to be 2 elders doubled into the sisters' area. And they're going to live with Elder Miles and his new companion. And Elder Miles and his new companion are going to be on bikes.
Gosh dang it.
So, like, I'm kind of sad because, like, I wanted to be on... I think it'd be cool to be on bikes. And there's only, like, 3 Spanish biking areas in the whole mission.
Yeah, I just happened to get one of them.
Now there's 3. Like, there used to be 2. Like, there's no Spanish biking areas just because the areas are usually pretty big. But yeah, so that's what's happening. That was our news for transfer calls on Saturday. Pretty depressing.
Oh, the 2 others coming in, one of them also is going to be a greenie.
Oh yeah, the 2 elders getting doubled into the branch are, one's a greenie and one is coming from Brewster. So, yeah.
Oh, from Brewster?
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
Why?
That's so far up there. It's in the OMAG zone, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day.
But yeah, so that's what's happening. Then that night, Saturday night, we had a tracting activity with the branch. We all met at the church, split up in groups, and went out tracting. And yeah, got a few references, some potentials, and it was really cool to see the members like go out and do like not normal member missionary work, but it's missionary work. And we're just trying to get them like pumped to like and comfortable sharing the gospel in like awkward situations. I guess it's not awkward, but
Different.
just like different situations that they're not used to at all. So yeah, then Sunday we had church, said goodbye to some people. some members, and then yeah, that's it. Oh, there was a baptism for some other elders in the zone that we went to yesterday, and that was pretty cool. They yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I think that's it that happened this week.
About Seventh Day.
Not really.
Okay.
I did not enjoy that lesson. We had a lesson with the seventh day last night. That should explain it if you know what a seventh day is. Seventh day Adventist. Anyway, I'm going to end this recording because it's 20 minutes long. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start emailing.
But yeah, if you listen to this whole thing, just shows how much you care. So thank you and have an awesome week. Deuces.